So over the past 2 weeks, I started getting a question through Facebook, emails, and franchisees. And what I decided to do today is basically I collected a lot of the questions and I will do my best to answer the questions. Now, keep in mind, I really need to know more about you to be able to, answer the question good enough to help you take the right action, but I'll do my best to answer the question based on my own experience, right? So hopefully that will work for you as well. So one of the question is, what comes first, the chicken or the egg kind of thing? In other words, do I hire an employee to make more revenue, or do I make more revenue to hire an employee? Now, this is a good question. Assuming that you don't have any money in your bank account, right? Then you have to go and generate money so you can hire another person. So that's the simplest way to answer the question. If you cannot afford to hire another person, then you need to go and make money so you can hire another person. Now, if the company is already working and there's some cash flow coming in, now it goes back to your business plan, right? To understand, okay, what is the next step of the business? If I want to take my revenue, sales from 100,000 to 300,000, how I'm going to do it? I need to hire a marketing guy, or I'm a great marketing guy, so I need to hire somebody that will oversee the day-to-day or will actually get out there and do the work instead of me. You need to understand, if you bring a new guy in and he's going to cost you an extra $3,000 a month, for how long are you going to be able to afford him before you generate more income, right? Usually the way I like to look at it is between at least 3 months, better to look at it in a 6 months time, right? So if I'm hiring a new person, it's going to cost me $3,000 a month. My thinking is I need to be able to pay him for the next 6 months. That will cost me $18,000. Now, if I'm going to trade my time now to go and get more clients, now I'm thinking, okay, how many more clients do I need to bring every month to cover the $3,000 that now is an expense? But now the goal is not to cover it. The goal is to make 3, 6, 10 times more. So if my marketing expense is $3,000, my goal is to generate $30,000 in sales. Now, so think about it that way. If your goal is to get your business from 100,000 to 300,000, you're doing everything today. You know that you can make more money if you be out there generating more work, meeting more clients. And it's going to cost you $3,000 a month to hire somebody to do the work instead of you, so you can be out in the field. And now I'm thinking, okay, $3,000 a month, the next 6 months is $18,000. I need to go out there and meet enough people to create the multiplier that I want so I can have a good return on investment. This is how we need to think about it, because overall you're building a system. You always want to invest in your business. So if you can afford hiring somebody to help you grow the business, absolutely invest in your business. I'm always for investing more in your business, because the business, at the end of the day, is what's going to be the engine that will keep generating cash back to you. But remember that every part of your business need to be a part of growing the business, right? So if you hire somebody, you need to have a good understanding of how that new person will help you grow the business or get to where you want to get. So the second question I got here, if I hire a marketing person, how do I know if they're doing a good job? They're very good in blowing smoke. So marketing person, I agree, marketing and sales are really good at marketing and sales. So yeah, if they don't have anybody else to market and sales to, they usually will do it to the business owner, right? They will market and sell themselves all day long. Now, we just need to make sure that we're directing them to the right audience so they're not selling us all day. So how do we know that they're doing well? So one of the things that I see a lot out there is people hiring a marketing person, right? If it's local business development or doing things for them on social media or anything else. And we hire somebody, we're committing, and then, usually it takes 3 to 6 months to start seeing results. 3 months, everything is working great. I mean, you will be surprised. I mean, if something happened after 30 days, this is a magic, right? So just to set up the expectation right, at least 3 months, 6 months is where we start seeing results. So how do you know? Do I hire somebody and wait for 6 months and hoping that something will happen? Absolutely not. The way we track is we understand that if we want to generate business in 6 months, that means my marketing guy need to be in front of 100 people month number 1, right? So what I do is I create a pipeline. And I said, okay, for us to get to the point that we generate X amount of money at the end of 6 months, I know that starting today, you need to be on the phone, calling or meeting with people every day. So if I want to start with 100 people a month, so I'm going to get the marketing person to create that list. And then I'm going to track the follow-up. How many people does he speak with? How many meetings does he go to? How many new connections does he have on social media? Those activities have to happen if I want to see the results in 6 months. So you're not sitting there, a business owner, and waiting at the end of the 6 months to have business no, and then you let go of the guy. At that point, what you actually do, you're not holding him accountable, and you're just sitting there and waiting and chancing your success. And we don't want to do it. So every month you need to see, not every month, I like even to do it sometime on a weekly basis, because I want to make sure that I'm holding him accountable, and not only holding him accountable, also supporting him, right? Because you know your company very well. Sometimes when you hire a marketing person, he doesn't know your company very, very well. So you need to keep being in front of him and says, okay, this is why we're so good. This is the type of clients that we want to work with. So you keep working with him and really empowering him with all the content that he needs. So he needs to know, he needs to have the sales and marketing skills, but you need to feed him the right content. This is what's unique about us. This is the industry. This is why we want to go and work with, for example, insurance agents. This is the problem that we solve, right? So you give him all the content, but you measure his progress every week. How many people he spoke with, how many people he met, how many business cards he collected, how many follow-up meetings does he have. There is a back and forth of email where you see there is a beginning of a relationship. Another thing that I like to do is just so we have clarity, is what is the potential business that we're supposed to get from any prospect. I'll give you an example. If you work with insurance agent and I know that he have, for example, 10 admin people in his office, and I know that every admin person manage 500 homeowners, now I know that he's overseeing, right? If it's 20, 500, 10,000 homeowners, I know that the ratio for a flood is maybe 3%. So I know that this guy can generate hopefully X amount of work every month, right? So now it's not that I only have the people that I'm going after, I have the potential business that I can generate from each one. This is how it's going to help your salespeople or the marketing people, is if you know that they're spending 3 months going after an insurance agent or real estate guy that only close 1 deal a year, this is a waste of time. Because even if you're going to be his best friend and you want to go and he wants to give you all the business, he doesn't really have any business, right? So I like to show them who to focus on. So if I know a real estate guy that do 60 deals a year, and then he's hanging out with other real estate guy that each one of them doing also 60 deals a year, now this is a client that I want to go after. Now I can justify, take them to dinner, take them to lunch, because I understand the size of the business. So hire a marketing, hire a salesperson, understand that it takes time, but don't sit and wait for the end of the 6 months. Make sure that you're following every step, every progress. Who is the client? How many touches? What's the follow-up? Just control it. But it's absolutely a good investment in your business.